Yo, welcome back to the channel, Game to Live By. Today I want to talk about standing on your word, bro, and not letting nobody play with you. This is a crucial topic for every man out there, and I want to tell you why. I want to stress the importance of standing on your word and also not letting nobody play with you when you establishing some type of boundaries. You feel me? So we're gonna get straight into it. But first, I want to say, hit that subscribe button for the boy. If the video helped you at all, hit that like button, bro. Share it. You know, if you know anybody that might need to hear this, that could benefit from this information, share it to them. You feel me? All the likes, all the support, it all helped the channel. The channel been growing at a rapid rate, and I want to keep it going, you know? Getting right into it, man, I basically want to talk about integrity. That's what the basis of standing on your word is, having some integrity. When you say you're going to do something, you actually follow through and do it. You don't, as a man, you don't want to tell people what you're going to do, or you don't want to say you're going to do something and you have no intentions of following it through, right? That shows a lot about, it's a direct reflection of your character. So knowing that when you say something, you have to stand on that as a man. That's a commitment. It's a promise. When you tell somebody you're going to do something, right? All you got as a man is your balls and your word. So when you say, I'm going to do that, you follow through with it. And if you know you can't do something, don't say that you will. You know, always be honest, always be direct. And the reason why this is so important, because it's all about respect. It's all about respect, respecting yourself and respecting others. When you follow through with your word, when you say you're gonna do something, you follow through with it, people gain a respect for you. It shows that you respect their time, and they'll gain a respect for you because you standing on business, you standing on your word. You just showing you showing what your values are. You showing what you value. You value others. You value other people's time. You value your own principles. You value and you respect other people's time. And in return, you receive that. A lot of times you receive the respect in return because you showing that I'm a man of my word. I'm gonna stand on what I say I'm gonna do. I'll give you an example, bro. I'll tell you a story, and I'm sure y'all don't know, I've probably been through something like this, but it was a time where, I told a homie I was gonna help him move. You feel me? And when the time came, when the actual day came, I didn't feel like doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you make a promise, or you say you'll be there for somebody, and then or you're gonna show up to their graduation, or you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be there for their birthday party, or him and his girl got a baby shower, and you tell them you're gonna be there. The day come and you don't feel like doing it. You don't feel like following through for whatever reason. Something could have came up and you're just like, man, I'm tired. I don't feel like doing it. But when you give somebody a word that you're gonna be there, follow through with it, bro. Muster up the energy to go, because that's gonna go a lot further than you being selfish and saying, oh, I don't feel like going, after you already told them that you would, or I'm not gonna help them move because I don't feel like it no more, even though I already told them that I will help. Now I'm leaving them high and dry. That's extremely disrespectful. It's showing that you don't care about their time. It's showing that you playing with their time. Like, you never want to do that as a man, because now you becoming unreliable and people can't respect you because you say you're going to do things, or you say you're going to be there for someone, and then you turn around and you not do it. Now your word isn't valid anymore in that person's eyes. And that's all you got as a man, is your word. And another part of standing on your word, standing on business, that means you got the courage to set boundaries and stand on those boundaries, right? You got the courage to say no. You feel me? You don't have to always sign up for everything that you may not want to do. You can say no. You can set boundaries. If you're dealing with any shorties, you know what I'm saying, you got a chick that you dating, you can establish your boundaries. Like, yo, this is what I will stand for, and this is what I won't stand for. If you can't follow these boundaries, you can't follow within these guidelines, then it ain't gonna work, right? Certain things, certain characteristics, as a man, you're not going to be willing to deal with, or you're not going to be willing to tolerate when it comes to dating or when it comes to relationships. If you don't want to date a chick who go to the club every weekend, or who go club hopping all the time, right? If that ain't the type of chick you want to date, then you establish those boundaries early. Like, yo, I'm not the type, I don't do well with chicks that go out to the club all the time. I'm just letting you know up front, it's one of my boundaries. Don't be scared to say it. You giving them the option up front to make the decision whether they want to continue forward or cut it off right then and there, right? But at least you establishing those boundaries early and up front, and you letting them know what it is. And then if they cross those boundaries, I done already told you this is where I stand, and I see that you don't respect my boundaries. Sayonara, or however you want to handle it. But establishing those boundaries and then standing on it, not letting anybody make you waver how you feel or waver what you know is going to benefit you or is going to help you sleep at night. Not letting anybody waver that, because when you show that you will establish some boundaries and then somebody can cross those boundaries, they can step over them, and then you don't enforce your side, all that is going to train people. That's just going to train people to take advantage of you. Okay, this person told me he don't like when I do this, or he's not going to stand on, or he doesn't want me to do this, and I do it anyway, and then there's no real repercussions, or he don't enforce his boundaries. I know I could do it again, or I know I could get away with it, or I know I could get away with certain things when it comes to this person. You don't want people to look at you like that. They'll take advantage of you. You establish your boundaries, you stand on that. And if they can't abide by the boundaries that you set, then you know what you got to do. If they're showing that they're not going to respect your boundaries, sayonara, I gotta go. I established them early on. I told you what it was. You don't want to follow them. Is either this or is that. You know, you don't want to train people and teach people how to take advantage of you, because they will do it every time. So far, a couple things just to remember. Your word is your bond. When you tell somebody you're going to do something, you're making a promise to them. That's a commitment. Even if you don't say the words "I promise," as a man, if you tell somebody you're going to do something, you're making a promise to them. You're making a commitment to them. So you want to see that through. If you know it's something that you may not be able to do, don't say that you'll do it. Always be direct. Always be clear and concise with your words. Establish boundaries. Stand on your boundaries. Enforce your boundaries. It shows strength. It shows that you're not willing to be walked over, and people can respect you whether they like it or not, whether they like what the boundaries are or not. They can respect you for enforcing them and establishing them and being clear and concise once again with your words. So I just want to challenge all you fellas out there that's watching. Be mindful of the commitments that you make and hold yourself accountable to those commitments. If you say you're going to do something for someone or you're going to be there for someone, make sure you follow it through. Hold yourself accountable and stand on your word. Stand on what you said you was going to do. And then also set your boundaries and defend them. It's about having integrity, bro. It's about having some integrity as a man. And it's not just about being a man. It's just being a person in general that has some type of integrity. This goes for men and women. But y'all know my content is directed to the young cats out there. So that's who I'm speaking to right now. But being a person of integrity. Being somebody that others know they can rely on. They know if they call on you and you say you're going to do it, they can count on you to actually follow through. Being that type of person. So I challenge y'all to keep that in mind. Be conscious of these things. Standing on your word, standing on your boundaries, enforcing your word, and not letting nobody play with you. Not letting nobody play with your time. Not letting nobody challenge your boundaries and see what they can get away with. Standing on it at all times. It might be difficult at times to walk away from certain people and walk away from certain situations, but a lot of times that's what it takes in order to show that you're serious and show that you're not playing. So again, if you found any of this information valuable, bro, please hit the like button, hit the share button, and hit the subscribe button for me, man. Or if you know somebody that need to hear it, send them a video, shoot it to them. You feel me? So subscribe for more content. Stay tuned. I got more videos on the way as always, and I'm gonna get back with y'all soon, man. Peace.